Pamela, this is your past life reading.
Pamela's past life. Now, as I first drew the cards, I got Karen Carpenter's lyrics. Long ago, not so far away, I fell in love with you from the second show or something like that. It's interesting romance energy coming through. What's happening here? You delivered the message. You were the performer. You delivered the message. The message creator, the writer, that's like the person that would do the lyrics, the music, all of that. That was him. You were the performer. There was some sort of oppression. There was something in the writing that bucked the system a little bit. You would do it. You were very into music. This is like literally, I'm getting these lyrics as if you were the vocalist performing, as if you were singing things, singing lyrics, singing songs and poems that would help people capture a mood and a moment and create change. Femme fatale, that's definitely you. Professional, this is both of you. There's something about abandonment that goes with this, and I think that it caused a problem down the track. I think the relationship was broken because of the social change of the time. Very trippy. Now, where and when you were? Oh yeah. Don't have any fucking clue. This is something that you were probably young performer is what it's giving me. And Night Queen, this is almost like an opera singer would be in Italy, but I don't think that's the correct place and time. But that's what it feels like. Very, very young and center stage. This is like a first romance for a long time. First romance here. And Queen of the Night, as far as your performance, you're singing in the night sky. And it could be that you traveled with a troupe. I'm getting more of that. It's kind of a trippy one, but that's what I'm getting. Like, we tend to think of things in Hollywood terms now, or in the terms we know since, the medieval ages. It doesn't mean that wasn't happening in different ways beforehand. When there were royals and they'd have performers, when there were poor people in poor towns, there would be performers. People would still go see you perform, and it would create change. And not all of it was like highly, highly paid performances. Some of it was just in your nature to sing. He'd write a song. You guys were goo-goo, and by that I mean you were romantically mushy. And you would sing. You would sing these lyrics, and it created things that were changed. It was a blessed time. Yeah, you would sing beautiful, beautiful stuff. You would sing in the fields. You would sing fucking everywhere. This is Love's First Blush. Very, very young energy coming through. You've got youthful energy here. And this is like the voice of an angel is what I'm getting. 7 of coins. If you were doing chores, you weren't fucking Snow White, but wherever you were, you couldn't hardly help but singing. And I don't always get it that strongly in that kind of way. Sometimes it's just stage work, performing, or whatever. But this is definitely what I'm getting. 7 of coins, King of Cups. There's this emotional balance and regulation that comes when you use your voice even still today. And it may not be that singing is your gift that you have in this particular lifetime. In this past lifetime, it most certainly was. And music most certainly was. Every bit as much as the wordsmith there was the poet in this particular one. Let's see what else is going on. What happened there? The offering of love, love's first blush, and the overwhelming gift that's being offered. You two decided to travel, to go make your way, take a break from the crowd you were with, from the group you were with. Where did you go? You went for what you thought was a good opportunity and a good, fair opportunity. Somebody made you an offer, but somebody else, fucked it up. So what I'm seeing here, This is the offer of the young lovers and deciding to go your own way. This is the woman in power who's saying, yes, come this way, or yeah, we've got a good situation for you. Somebody else thwarting it, taking advantage. It's like you were exploited, both of you, by something that was meant to be good, but it was exploitative and it cost you. It's like you got into some bad contracts or something, or bad arrangements where I think that advantage was taken when overworking has happened. It creates depression within your person, your partner here, and it creates resentment of you here. You feel like the poor arrangement, the decision that was perhaps in the cards, as they say, was the decision you made, but getting out of it was what was really, really challenging. So what began as such a great thing turned, and it was tricky and difficult. It left unresolved issues. More travel offered, always more travel offered, more travel offered. You're getting tired, you're getting road weary, more travel offered. You don't know if you want it. He's saying, why not? And you're like, done. You're seeing years slip by, and you're seeing youth and beauty and different things fading, and you're not just one aspect of self. You're not just this voice. You're not just this performer. You want to be more than just that. And you've achieved pretty good, but you want to be more than that, but you don't know how to get out of it. Oh. Temperance comes in, a rebalancing of things, and there's a throwdown. It feels like the physical form of something is thrown down. It's like where your dwelling is or where you're set up to have as a home base, either thrown down or destroyed. What's happened here? I need more clarification. 1 second. But it feels like there's a tug of war for you between two male people. I'm not sure what this is about. And it feels like this is leading to destruction. And you're trying to balance, you're trying to balance, you're trying to balance. You're tired. You just want some time. This is a repeat here. You just want some time. But these two have you like just torn. And you're getting worn out. You're done. You're done. You're done. It's like, when we say, you're done. Yeah, you walk. You literally just tell them pretty much basically, step off. This house that they've built is no longer serving you. And you don't want to be there. It's torn down, and I think you're the one who does it. Yes, you are. You're going for what's karmically just for you, and if the relationship can't be what it was, and if it's over and it's done and it's become more of a resource than a relationship. You've become more of a resource than a relationship. Things have been used and used up, and it's been tricky, and there's been a little bit of treachery, and it's worn you both out, but it's also wrecked things. You've lingered too long in this. This person, he hasn't intended to treat you like the golden goose, but you were the golden goose, and he hasn't intended to treat you so, but it's been too much, and not enough honoring what the heart wanted to do earlier. So you're like done. Bye, see ya. Now this energy here, you're like done. Bye, see ya. You go for anonymous. This is like you reclaiming anonymity. Now that's a really trip and a half. Where are you going to do so? Not here. I think it's in here. Yes. You ride the white horse for self. You make a getaway and a good plan. You go somewhere he could find you if you figured it out, but you go for anonymity. You go someplace where you can do things of a different sort entirely. You go to a place where there's textiles. I'm getting weaver energy, spinning wheels, threads, yarns, all of that. This usually comes forward if there's something like lands where there's rural areas and sheep. It's the card of the yarn, the spinner, the weaver, that kind of thing. You go for where there's gentle textiles, and you go for some kind of remote type of community. There's a few of those still around, actually. High Priestess. You're following your own true north, your own timing, and it's like, this is what you need to do. This High Priestess knows what she's got to do, and she's a little bit sad before she takes this, but she does. She does. This is going your own way, charting your own course, and riding the white horse. It was a difficult decision because your heart was so heavily invested. And you were doing something you loved, but you just got burned out and you didn't want to be a commodity. You didn't want to be a commodity. You had to go for a different gift. Because we have so many gifts. Yeah. Again, I'm getting this reference of textiles. I'm getting the colors of dark wine, currants, grapes, berries, that kind of thing. It might be that you went to some kind of textile thing where you dyed different things, where that was literally done around you, an area where they were known for that. There was competition and regular strife and all of this around, but it's like, this is totally fine. You wanted some of the chaos to hide within, and it wasn't the city chaos, beep beep horns, that kind of chaos. Just the chaos of every day-to-day life. Nothing major. And you wanted to be celebrated for who you are, not for just who you were within your gift, blah, blah, blah. You would still sing, but you would be a little bit more guarded about where and when you did it. You weren't singing everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. It's like you had to find your happy again in a different way. Yeah. You went your own way. You did this early. This was like somewhere between 25 and 30. I'm getting an age there. 25 and 30, it was over on that other path, and you knew it, and you knew it, and you made the cut, and you did it. Yeah, that's what you did. There was a best friend, a best girlfriend that was super important to you. This is like a sister, but not a sister. But a best girlfriend that understood you quite well. Interesting, like a sister and also kind of like a mother. She's an older by about 8, 9, maybe 10 years. Sorry about the sirens coming in.
Jeez.
So yeah, she's a little bit older. This is somebody that kind of helps you heal for a period of time. Teaches you things that are interesting and different and not related to this other world. And this is another soulmate, kindred spirit type energy. It's not the romantic, it's mother sister. It's like she just hit the planet a little bit earlier than you did, but she understood. She understood how bound and contained you probably felt. Now, where are we going here? Why is he trying to bump in again? Hang on. He visits and revisits. What's he doing? Coming forward. You're still not completely over this love that you've had. I don't know that you'll ever be over that love. It's a big, strong one. She would say, careful of the life you choose. You know that the fates will weave things together for you again. Careful of the life you choose. And then leave the rough times behind. Leave the rough times behind. Is he ready to do this? He's not sure he's ready to do this, and you're not sure that you can risk it again and not lose your freedom. You do risk it again. You don't risk it again right away. You risk it again. It feels like after he crosses your path one more time, you risk it again, and about 2 years later, there is a wedding and there is a child out of this, and it feels like a girl child. It feels like he has to come to where you've weaved your new life, where you've recreated your life. He has to come to where your anonymous self is, and I think he goes, so to speak, anonymous underground with you too. Anything else? This is just how it is. This is holding the light. You held the light. There's also a little bit of signaling back and forth to him that calls him towards you in this period of this 2-year period of time. And I think you're very, very clear that if you're going to be free of what this was before, this one aspect of what your occupations were, you have to go for a more subdued kind of smaller, more contained type of life. And she's right there with you. She's right there with you. She sees what you want to do, and you would trust her to tell you if she said, no, this isn't fucking going to work out. Not like her vote would determine it, but she would be a good trusted resource. She could see that you needed him also. That's what she could see. And I think the child that comes along is where you guys find your joy after that. But only one child. Which is kind of different. It feels like it was a late and lucky. Yeah. You guys, on the whole, you retreat, reclaim, restore, all of this. This is your life that's being restored. It's a lesson you might get again. There might be some unresolved and a little bit of wistfulness for going back. But you know that the difficulty of being exploited, the both of you, is not worth going back to in this particular lifetime. There might be similar lessons that come through now in current energy. But that's what I'm getting. Is there anything else she needs to know? Yeah, this is a lesson that you're going to repeat. The perspective will shift, but this is a lesson you'll repeat. It's a willing sacrifice you make when you have this lesson. It's just a different choice, a different reference, a little deepening of understanding of gifts, understanding of each other. And if you feel like you need to separate from whatever it is, the conforming, you will do this. You're not out in the cold, but there might be separation energy that happens on multiple past lives and still yet, where there's separation for purpose, for growth. At a distance, lovers at a distance, I get, and you won't always correspond lifetimes. Yeah, you won't always correspond lifetimes, but you'll take turns to honor each other's leading role in that life. Really trippy. That's what I got. That's complete.
Yes, do I know him in this life?
I don't know. I'm looking in the past. There's sometimes this carryover. There will be lifetimes where you'll have without each other, or just missed times where one would help the other career-wise, but not be a romantic lover is what I'm getting. I don't know. Does she know him in this life? Yes. Yes, you will know him in this life. I don't know if you've already met him or not, but this comes up. This comes up. Yes. And it doesn't mean that it's always an easy fairy tale marriage, happy ever after till the end of our lives when we are crossing lives. This does feel like kindred spirits, soul family, soulmates, and some of this where you're really, really learning for each other. In this life, you're dancing through with him. He would come through significantly in this life, and I don't know at what point. And I'm not asking. I'm getting blocked on. You don't be asking. You're going to put too much in her head about ideas and assignments of who this is or that is. It will stunt her growth. Don't you do it.
My ex is a music producer.
Yeah. So if it's an ex and if he's the music producer, you'll know better than I. And if it hasn't worked out that it's happy ever after in the romance aspect, just understand you're going to weave through each other's lives quite a bit, taking turns and yielding. It'll be interesting. And there may be others that are, sometimes we think of twin flames and we think, oh, soulmates, twin flames, we only have one. And no, baby, we don't. We don't. Sometimes we have the ones that we marry that get us our kids so we can learn divine lessons from them. And sometimes we have others that we marry later in life that are like the love of our life. That happens that way. That's what I've got. That's complete. And nope, that's complete. Nope. I want to get nosy and I want to really, really push, and I'm getting no. And you know I like being nosy and pushing the other direction. And I've gotten some no. That's complete. So, yeah, holy moly. That's as complete as I am allowed to go for you today on this particular lifetime, on these particular lessons. It doesn't mean that you won't feel like you'll know where there's crossover. It's recorded. You can go look at it again. But there's no more you need to know about this specific lifetime right now. And if there's another past life that you want to look at on a different day, it might come up. But right now I'm getting no so strongly. I wouldn't do another past life for like a month because I think we've had hundreds of them, really, really. And I don't know my history super, super well. So some of this, I don't want to confuse people or get them the wrong thing. But some of the history that we've got currently, it's only a little wee portion of what has happened before people were writing things down, or other civilizations, or, you know, things that have happened historically have transpired. And it's like, I might not know how to articulate it. This is the soup for Dale. That's what I got. So, wow.
All right. Chad's asking really quick, Angie, she was a singer. Could she do an activation to tap into the music she performed at that time?
She would know better than I. I can't say why not. But just because we're a singer, like I taught voice lessons before, and now I use my voice doing this, it might not be what she's about this lifetime. It could be she's more about making tapestries or weaving things together or weaving people together. I don't know. That I don't override agency. I'm not saying she couldn't. She would know truly better than I would. But yeah, could be. So yes and no. She knows more than I do. But it's a great question. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
Chad would thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Oh, and also, Pamela put, I knit.
No surprise. Yeah. Yeah, your life, if you like knitting and you like doing this kind of thing, this one came up twice. And yeah, really, really, it's so funny how things come up. Yeah, that might be your jam this time, you know. We get creative. It's not always creative in just music, or creative is out the wazoo for all of us. It's just some of us have it in different ways. So yeah. And this is Dreaming Way. This is Slavic Legends Tarot, Dreaming Way Tarot, Ghost Tarot from David Corsi, Hidden Realms Tarot, Past Lives cards. I think that was it. Oh, and some fairy. The Fairy Oracle. So yeah.
All right.